And the first thing that I think about, and I've experienced in kind of my own business, and when I talk to business owners and we coach and help people, is this idea of what I'm gonna call the hero versus architect. All right. And the idea is that when you launch a business, when you get it off the ground, you have to be the hero, right? You got to be the one who saves the day, who does everything, who puts out all the fires, who just like everything comes at you and you have no choice but to go and just like do whatever it takes to be the hero. And it feels good, right? It feels really good at the end of the day to know that no matter what came at you, you were able to solve it. You were able to fix it. And like you are a superhero. And you grow your business through brute force, right? You grow it like you're like Superman picking up some car over some lady and like throwing it off. And it's like brute force, and it works. Now, the problem though is over time, right? Like as time goes on, you continue to kind of feel like the same way, and you're making progress, but you get this sense that like you want to grow, like you're tired of being the hero, right? You're tired of saving the day. But the challenge is you've built your entire business around this mentality, and you've trained everyone around you that if they have a problem, you come to you and you will solve it because you're the hero. And ultimately the team that you've built kind of like relies on you, and everything goes up to you. And the only way that you can break this mentality, and if you really want to take the business and like grow it up to here, right, is if you have to change to be the person with the mindset, and not just like your actions, but also the mindset around being the architect. And I think of the architect as the person who builds systems, right? They are the ones who goes out and they find other heroes that want to save the day, and they're able to put everybody together. Now, it sounds easy, right? It's like, it's easy for me to say that, and it's easy for you to think, oh, like I could do that. But the challenge is you have to let things go. And this is where kind of this like owner mindset and system really comes into place, where if you truly want to move from being the hero who saves the day and does everything themselves to be the architect who assembles the team, who builds the systems that I'm going to talk about, is you have to let people fail. You have to be able to hand off something to somebody and let them do a job. And in my rule, it's 80%. I'm looking for people who can do it 80% as good as I would do it. And that you have to be that's okay. That's good enough. And that they can get better. They can get to 82 and 85 and maybe even 90 one day. You never know. Maybe they could be better than you. But it's this idea that like that you have to agree that progress is better than perfection. And everything that you do, whether that is like how we go to hire people, how we build sales, how we do everything. Because if not, if you are a perfectionist and you want everything to be to the exact T with like the same number of like whatever, like OCD level things, like I've heard some crazy stories, is you have to be okay with progress. You have to be okay with people failing. You have to be okay that like, I am going to coach this guy on how to sell this job, and I'm going to listen to him, and he may not do what I tell him, but then afterwards we're going to coach him, and he's going to make the call back, and he's going to try to sell it again, right? That is progress. Versus owners that get stuck at, I don't know, $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 million in revenue, something in that range. They are the ones who, as soon as that guy like fumbles the phone call, they're taking the phone away, and they're like, I'll just do it myself, right? And like, that's great for getting that one sale. But if your goal is to be the architect, if your goal is to say, I want to be the one who builds the team and builds the systems, it has to grow beyond you. And that's what this is all about today, is I'm going to show you kind of some of my systems, but this is like the thought process. All right. So think about yourself, and this is where I do it. Like, where am I the hero, right? I ask myself this all the time. Like, where am I the one who has to come in and save the day? And where can I like let go of that? Because a lot of it comes down to me as being the owner and in the owner system of like, I need to sometimes, and I understand it's my baby and stuff, and I'm the one that built it, but sometimes you really have to let other people do it. Otherwise, you're just never going to grow, right? So that's the first one. The second part of this is we do this thing that I call an energy matrix. Now, an energy matrix is this idea that, you know, we tend to want to gravitate toward things that fire us up, right? That give us energy, that pump us up, that like, man, this is so exciting. And you're willing to wake up, you know, at 5 o'clock in the morning or 4:30 in the morning. You're ready just to like fucking go because you were so fired up about it. And then there's things that you do throughout your day and you own a business and they just drain you, right? It's like every time your phone